Up in Smoke, the case of the brutal barbecue. Hello viewers, I am Police Sergeant Moe Monday. I was so close to retirement, and yet now here has come another case. A terrible crime. World-renowned restaurant reviewer and blogger Horace Hefty, also known as the Phantom Feaster, was killed in a barbecue pit here at Smoky Link's Belly Bustin' Barbecue Cook-Off. Just before the cook-off was to begin, Mr. Hefty was taping a TV promotional spot. He was on a platform just above the barbecue pit, which was filled with hot coals and leaping high with flame. He was standing, on an X, which designated that he would be in that exact spot at a specific time. At the precise moment he stood on the X, a bag of concrete dropped from the ceiling onto his head. The force of it knocked poor Horace into the barbecue pit. By the time rescuers reached him, he was dead, crispy and dead. Police investigation has turned up a cheap generic cell phone tossed into a garbage can outside the restaurant. There weren't any fingerprints on the phone, of course, but it appeared to have been part of the murder weapon. The bag of concrete in the ceiling was triggered to drop by a signal from that cell phone. Analysis shows that a signal was sent from the phone at 9:50 a.m., the exact moment that Horace Hefty stood on the X below. The details of how the murder happened have not been made public. No one but the police are aware of how that bag was dropped. The building had been thoroughly inspected by contest officials shortly before the restaurant closed up the night before, and there was no concrete bag in the ceiling. Therefore, it had to have been hooked up sometime between 2 and 6 a.m. Mr. Hefty's briefcase was recovered, and there were plenty of interesting clues. Unfortunately, this is not a cut and dried case. Mr. Hefty, for all of his fame and fortune, seems to have been rather a rat. And there are at least six people who have strong motives to want him dead. So, I will be interrogating these 6 suspects one at a time. So, if you want to tune in tomorrow, same time, same place, and I'll be interrogating the first 2 suspects. And then, perhaps, when we're all done, you can identify the murder. Until tomorrow.